Here we go. Never been done before. First of its kind. Interviewing 8 inmates today, men and women, going behind prison bars here. Life-changing. See you soon. All right, Fredo.
What up?
How are we?
Good, good. How are you?
Fantastic, bro. Fantastic. Tell me about Solid.
Solid.
Solid. What's a Solid program?
Solid is Successful Offenders Learning Individual Development.
Okay.
It's an individual development program that focuses on the individuals, their own growth.
Okay.
Solid was barely born February this past year. The model came from a program I started in Gunnison called Prevail. And Prevail stood for People Recovering Every Value Available in Life. It was a peer-ran program, staff-supported initiative, something that was never or ever been done before here in our correctional system in Utah, as far as I know. But yeah, man, I was in Gunnison. I had the opportunity to start Prevail because of an officer.
Okay.
An officer who, man, seen something in me that I didn't see in myself.
Believed in you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name was Captain Jennifer Mullins. A lot of people know her as Stansfield from back in the day in Draper. Mike might know her. I got out of Max. I still living that same lifestyle as many years before, of not giving a damn about what life has to offer. I was just stuck in my own misery, stuck in my own beliefs of the lifestyle that I grew up in was the right lifestyle, which was just being chaotic.
Yeah.
But it was just all I knew. She reached out to me, asked if I wanted to do something different. I was like, yeah, let's try it out. So I was a little uncomfortable to go up to her building, and kind of see what was going on. As I got in her building, she was like, I'm trying to do something different because of all the staff assaults that were happening here at the new prison.
Okay.
Because of direct supervision. So in Gunnison, they have one direct supervision housing, which was Ironwood, which is a place I was with her. And based on the staff assaults here, we wanted to see what we can do to kind of help, how to create a model that's worth living and safe for both staff and offenders in direct supervision housing. It was something small, and she kind of just asked, like, man, if you could create a program in prison, what would it be? I was like, man, me? Create a program in prison, what would it be? So I had all these thoughts going through my mind, like, man, that's an opportunity of a lifetime.
Big time.
For an officer to ask, if here's a blank canvas, here's a building with all these inmates in it, make something of it. So cool, we'll see. So we was up there and Prevail got going, and it was just that individual development. It was focusing on meeting people where they're at instead of forcing them to come to a place that they didn't want to be, or forcing them to start their change when they're not ready, but just kind of supporting them in where they were at, right at that moment. Prevail was cool. I just don't think Gunnison was the place for it. So I had an executive move from a director and Bart Mortensen to come down here to this prison. And we had Bear 2. It was a new building. They wanted something different. And they wanted something that could mimic what we had in Prevail. Okay. Came down here and, man, I didn't know what I was getting myself into. We started out with one section, 64 inmates to 384 now. I came down here and Bart Mortensen wanted me to connect with 2 other individuals who were writing proposals about bringing VTs to, to Bear 2.
Okay.
So we kind of put our minds together and, brought Solid to life. It took me like 4 days to figure out a name for the program. And I still have the piece of paper of all these names I wrote down there. And Solid was the name that stood out.
Okay.
Successful offenders learning individual development. To be solid in your individual development and your growth, to be solid to who you are as a man and all the decisions that you do make while you're here in that program, and just be solid for your family and your loved ones, and everybody else who cares for you. So for me, solid was the right word. I just felt like, in this stage of my life where I was at and the changes that I was able to, achieve throughout these last few years is I've been solid to who I want to be,
Hard to get in the program, easy to get in the program.
It's easy. It's a voluntary program.
Okay.
Reason why I asked for voluntary is there's a lot of programs here in the prison where the board forces you to do something that you don't want to do. Sometimes it's an easy way out, and people are like, well, I'm going to ask the board to put me here so I can get out early. Mm-hmm. Well, you're getting out early without nothing because all you wanted was, the carrot. So.
Not prepared.
Not prepared. You just wanted the release date,
yeah.
Which is cool and all.
If you're prepared.
Yeah. So, we made it voluntary, basis because we feel like if you gotta want it, right? It's up to that person. If they don't want it, then what's the point?
Can't force change on someone.
So Solid is an invitation program. If it's something you want, something you feel that's in your, line of vision of becoming a better person, it's up to you if you want to join the program.
When I saw it, it was wild to me. I don't know how many institutions I've been in now, but like offender level and race don't play any factor in that housing unit.
Yeah.
Like you could be getting out in 4 days, you could be never getting out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What's the logic behind that? Because typically, traditionally, it's a offender tier step down, right? Like max.
Yeah, we just felt like, if everybody deserves an opportunity if they want it, whether you're getting out tomorrow, whether you're getting out never, and we have a few people who are on life without,
right,
that are in this program because they feel like, where they're at with life right now, they feel like their stories can help out the next group of people that are coming into Solid.
Totally.
Instead of just choosing to do whatever they want to do because this is home now, they can do whatever they want. They want to use their abilities to mentor and guide these next youngsters that are coming in. So we wanted to give the opportunity to just everybody, not just a certain demographic of people, but everybody.
Yeah.
I think everybody deserves a chance, whether you think you're ready, whether you're, all the way ready, or if you just want to try it out, because it's an environment that's never been created before in a prison. Mm-hmm. So when I say it's pure ran, it's, yeah.
Walk through that. When you say PRM, for the people who don't know, like that's a foreign concept, right? One thing you said to me, and I'll let you unpack it, you said it's just men holding other men accountable.
Yeah, pure ran is inmate ran. Solid was created by inmates, ran by inmates, it was written by inmates. And like you said, it's the biggest thing is accountability. Mm-hmm. Most of the things that I've seen with my time, I've been in and out since I was 17. This last 9 years I've been down, I've only started my change four years ago.
Okay.
And I grew up here looking up to people like C1. Mm-hmm. I came in and I was still You know, looking up to them and seeing how things were going that's just what it was. You know, we came from the streets. This is it. This is the lifestyle. Okay, run with it. But you have people like, you know, C1 who are mentors to you type thing, right? They've been in this lifestyle for longer. They see how we were as youngsters, but they wanted us to do something different. So seeing, you know, C1 as somebody who's always going to school, you know, always having a job, always, you know, just doing him. You know, it motivated me to know, like, I can be him. If my big homie over there can be like that, I can be like that. And nobody can say shit to me neither. If I choose the route that he chose, which was he put his son before everybody, he put his life, you know, getting out of here, being something, you know, and I looked up to that. So, you know, in Solid, that's what it is. It's men sharpening men, you know, every single day. It's holding each other accountable, whether it's right, whether it's easy, you know, whether it's wrong. But it's having that comfortability to be like, man, I messed up.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say. I messed up. Accept it, run with it. And accountability is a big part of Solid.
Okay.
I'm not in Solid right now. I got in trouble in Solid. And I didn't want no special treatment just because I was a director over there. I was like, I don't want no special treatment. I get treated the same way everybody in the building gets treated. And that's just how I live. You know, I heard you and TJ talking about mistakes. Make them. I didn't want to make that mistake, but it happened, right? It happened. I got in trouble for passing some clothes to some of my homies who were in need in another part of the prison in a different building. So I just gave them some clothes. For me, it wasn't a big deal. It didn't run through my mind that it was a rule that I made, right? But it was a rule, and it didn't cross my mind. For me, it wasn't a big deal. It's just clothes. So I passed the clothes. I got caught, and I said, you know what? I voluntarily stepped myself down from my position, held myself accountable to my community, walked through every section, apologized. Hey, this is what I did. I'm not above none of you guys. And then, I told him, I said, whatever comes my way, it is what it is. I hope you guys understand that I'm not trying to get no special favors. This is how you hold yourself accountable. It doesn't matter, what level of position you hold as a leadership.
Yeah.
Holding yourself accountable means holding yourself accountable. So I was over there at Bear 2, held myself accountable to the best of my abilities and to the best of, of everything that I've been taught so far on how to be accountable for myself and my actions, and took it with me to Bear 4. Bear 4 is, TJ Ford said it, gangland. They threw me right in there with the lions and the wolves, man, right in the den. So going over there, holding myself accountable over there, I didn't have a struggle of going over there because I knew I was at peace with what I did over there. I was comfortable. I was like, I held myself accountable. Let's go do this 60, 90 days and then come back, whatever. So I didn't let that eat me up to where I was just going to crash.
No. Some guys do.
Some guys do, and there's 6 of us who got removed from Solid for passing. And there's, some of us who are, staying true to our vision, staying true to what we've learned in Solid. And there's some of us who just crashed, and it's really sad to see those who crashed. But I don't want to say it's a motivation, but it is.
It is.
It's true motivation to see
to be different.
The opposite ways, So the gangland over here, it's to be honest, it's a territory I grew up in.
Right.
So it's comfortable over there.
Right.
It's easy. But I took everything I learned from Solid, and I went over there. My active gang unit I live in, those men sit down and do seminars instead of sitting around waiting for the next fight of life to happen. Those men get up every single day voluntarily to teach seminars in that environment.
Yeah.
I took the influence and the skills I've learned from over there, went over here and said, Well, the work ain't over.
Yeah.
I'm in another building. What can I do for these guys? You know, I did it for them. Let's pass it on. And that's what we're at over there, Bear 4, right? It's
Yeah.
just solid. Well, it'll be solid wherever I go.
Yeah.
Because I believe in the work that I have done for myself.
Correct.
That these men around me are influenced by what I've done. That they're like, man, if you can do it, let's follow you and let's see what we can do.
They giving you a good reception about the change?
Really. And I was, to be honest, I was blown away by it because I thought it would be something that they would be, you know, not interested in.
Yeah, difficult.
We ain't nobody trying to do no seminars. We just want to sit around, play poker, and get high and get drunk and chill. So the slow work that we have done to just start seminars is huge.
What are the seminars on?
Yesterday's was about codependency.
Okay.
Active gang members teaching each other about codependency and trauma bonds.
That's rad.
That's, for me, it's crazy. In my head, I'm like, they asked me for the seminar topic. I was like, what did you say? I said codependency and trauma bonds. I was surprised, but I was proud.
Yeah.
That they didn't ask for, you know, I don't know, how to sell dope or how do you get, you know, make fast money.
Yeah.
They're asking about things that are going to benefit them. And it's things that they want to learn, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
For them to ask for seminars like that it shows the level of commitment that they have, that they want to, and we're really trying to do this, right? You know, and it's
Desire for change.
and there's a strong desire there. You know, a lot of these ganglands, there is a strong desire of change, but they just need that somebody,
Yeah. Everybody does, though.
right? They just need us that somebody, and I felt like me being there was that somebody that they were like, man, we've seen all you were doing over there in Bear 2, school us. How can we be solid over here?
Right.
You know, and I was just like, man, I don't think you guys are ready for it. For me, I don't think you guys are ready for it. Don't waste my time. So, but the challenge was left to me by them.
Sure.
Say, how do you know? Okay. Let's play the game then.
Right.
And the game so far has been same thing over here. Men sharpening men. You know, on a day-to-day basis off of their experiences in life, whether there's trauma, addiction, you know, grief, man, you're learning from each other. So when I pitched the idea to them, it's like pure end. They're like, you're out of your mind.
Really?
They're not going to let us run this section.
Yeah.
Well, then I threw the challenge back at them. I said, well, how do you guys know? If you've never done it, how do you guys know?
Right.
So, you know, I got the opportunity to sit down with the sergeants over there, the lieutenant over there, pitched them the idea. And they were like, you're crazy. In that section? I was, yeah, in that section. I was like, I didn't come here asking for it. I came here and they asked me for it. I didn't ask them, they asked me. So what can we do to support these guys in what they're trying to do? They said, you know what? Let's see where it goes. It's been 3 weeks of one step at a time.
Yeah.
Rules are changing. They're traveling that, you know, down that road of it's uncomfortable for them to not do some of the things that I'm asking them. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing this. You know, when an officer walks in a section, all you hear is walk in, he's coming, walking up here. To get them to stop that, it was a miracle for me. I was just like, within 2 days, they understood why when I told them, this is the reason why you don't say stuff like that when these officers come in. If you guys want to do something, be about it. So how would it be if you guys are saying, oh, we're doing seminars, we're programming, and as soon as an officer walks in, you're yelling that he's walking in. I wanted a therapeutic community in gangland. And I know that sounds scary. To have a therapeutic community in an active gang member section. I wrote Senator Romero and I told her that was one of my goals.
To do this.
So I sent her the letter when I was in Bear 2. And I said, one of my goals is to help these active gang members learn how to live in a therapeutic community.
Guess you got your wish.
Yeah, for me, leaving Bear 2 was a blessing in disguise, to be honest. One door closed, another opens.
Correct. If you're ready to view it that way.
Yeah. But like you, I'm a man of God, you know. If this is the path, if this is the road that we're going, let's make something out of it. All right? There's always something you can do. And these last few years, being able to, jump from Gunnison to here, program. So for me, it's just like, okay, why didn't I do this a long time ago?
What happens when you leave over there?
That section is still going to do what they're doing.
Will they?
Yeah. And that's something they want. You know, and since me being over there is this, they're asking, you know, this little time that you have with us, man, school us, get us prepared so that when you do leave, we want to keep this going.
Okay.
So it's amazing to hear things like that from these men.
You've written a lot of it down. I've seen it.
Yeah, so it's cool, you know, it's just...
Give the outside world like a take of like, why is it so different? Give me like one thing, two things.
Why is different in Bear 2 and Bear 4?
No, why Solid so different than like a typical prison gangland community?
It's different because you have people that are wearing the same color shirt you are holding you accountable. I believe...
Why do you do that? Like, why do you want him to hold you accountable? Why does he want you to hold him accountable?
Because he's a part of my community, right? Where each one teach one is a therapeutic community. Be your brother's keeper. There's a difference between somebody who's living with me, who sees me every single day, messing up, doing good, going up, down, this, holding me accountable, than an officer who just wants to write me up, lose my levels, lose my visits, this and that. There's no learning experience in just writing somebody up. You're just fueling that man to be like, you know what, write me up? Okay, you're asking for it, right? But the accountability process is something they do over there in Green too, right? Is you gotta hold each other accountable.
Correct.
Because when you get out, well, ain't no officer gonna come and write me up if I mess up at work or if I, don't pick up my kid at school. No, you gotta be able to hold yourself accountable, and whoever's in your community and in your, realm of life that give a shit about you, those are the people that have to hold you accountable. But you gotta be comfortable with that. So being in a hot seat in front of, inmates, it's a hot seat.
Yeah. Uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable. So when you have 64 people in a section and you have one man sitting there, hey, man, I just want to let you guys know I messed up, I did this. I just want to let you guys know I want to hold myself accountable. I'll take my consequences, move on, and apologize. That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful than just saying, hey, I just wrote you up for, doing this. You just lost your levels. You can't order commissary, you can't call your family. You're adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah. And we've learned that doesn't increase results.
No.
That doesn't decrease recidivism.
It don't.
It doesn't increase behaviors.
Because there's, too much punitive and there's no learning.
Correct.
Right? And what we're doing in Solid and what they're doing in Green is we need to learn. You got to teach these guys why they're misbehaving. Let them know why these patterns and these habits are still the same.
Correct.
If you're not helping them, find new patterns and new habits on how to deal with these issues or coping skills or whatnot, then you're just saying, here, just write them up. Like, that's a slap in the face for us.
And there's no preparation for the gate in that
Nothing.
process.
Because then you're telling me if I get out there, instead of my community holding me accountable, I can just flip out. And it's okay to flip out. Which is not the case.
No.
But
accountability is uncomfortable, even on the outside. Like when, to your point, like, men being men in today's world, it's a blurred line out there of ridiculousness.
Yeah, and we're trying every day to teach each other to understand that you can hold yourself accountable and be at peace with it. There's no shame in it. Even if you feel guilt, it's good guilt. It's guilt that you can go to sleep and be like, man, I did it.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it, right? Instead of that guilt, be like, man, I lied and I'm just gonna hide away from it. That's bad guilt.
Well, yeah, that'll keep you up all night.
Right? So we want to be able to go to sleep at night.
Yes.
So me being able to hold myself accountable in Bear 2 when I got in trouble, I'm able to sleep at night. I'm at peace. If I didn't hold myself accountable over there, I probably would have gone downhill over there in Bear 4. But that's not the case, you know. It's utilizing the great teaching moments that we have from each other. Because the best teacher sitting in this place is wearing the same color shirt I am.
100%.
There's nobody better to teach and to learn from than just people that's been in your shoes, who've done the crazy stuff you've done. But there's people who have overcame so much obstacles in life. The past 2 men before me that sat here with you, the obstacles they have been able to overcome in their lives made them the great men that they are today. Because they have a vision and they have a standard. And if you can't meet their standards, you're not welcome into their circle, right? And that's exactly where we're at. We have a standard. And if you can't meet that standard, don't come around me. Or you're just gonna be pushed to the side.
Yep.
Because all your negativity and all that stuff is just dragging down. And we used, to be honest, all 3 of us used to be negative people here in this prison. We're not, you know, we definitely weren't angels.
Right.
We have our fair share of trouble and all that, but
you made a choice to be better. What's the vision for Solid? What's the goal?
man, spread it. It's to spread it. Inmates can manage themselves if they have the right support from staff, if they have the right support from, administrations. These grown men know how to manage themselves. You just got to support and give them the structure that they need in order for them to do that. And I can't sit here and say it can't be done, because we're doing it.
Right.
Right? These men are doing great things, but we have an amazing staff, from the director's office all the way down to the core staffs on the unit. Their mentality is changing on how prison should be.
Yeah.
They're trying to take their foot off the punitive and support. And I think that's changing things over here, right? It's just you have a lot of officers who are really, we want to help. It's not like back in the days where we just warehouse you and throw away the key and this and that. No, we're trying to help. What can we do to help? So I think as long as all the inmates here in the prison understand that they're trying to help, meet them at the threshold and let's get it going.
Yeah.
Because if they're changing and you're still stuck over here, that's your choice. But
you mentioned you wrote that senator about one of your goals. What are your goals for the year?
To be honest, to keep getting involved with the juvenile justice. I had the privilege of speaking to some juvenile kids who came from Decker Lake, Mill Creek, virtual visits with them.
That's what I heard.
So it's...
Heard it was impactful.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest goal is when I do leave here, not just this year, but is to give back to my community. I want to be able to help the youth, support them in their dreams, and hopefully start a business out there to help, some of these low-income families, especially these, young kids who are turning to gangs for acceptance, turning to gangs for, stability or support. And for me, I feel like there has to be a way. And there's a lot of great group of men who are getting out and who are already out, who are doing their part by helping all our communities. Because we contributed to the lifestyle that our teenagers out there right now are living. We made it seem to them that it was okay to do those things.
It was cool. It was acceptable. Did you grow up in that lifestyle, or did you grow up with a good upbringing?
I had a good upbringing, man. Parents are LDS, but I made my own choices. My parents were great, man. my beliefs and my values and my culture was strong at home growing up, but I made my own choices. I came from Samoa to here, and I came here, I was like, man, this is a bigger playground than the islands, the small island I was in.
Yeah.
I was like, this playground is, woo.
The whole family moved here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now I live in a section with my little brother.
I was going to bring that up.
I have another little brother who just got paroled. He's in the halfway house. You know, and my influences and my example brought them here. I got to live with that. So to see them here with me, it hurts. So what I do every single day now is to show that I hope they forgive me for leading them down this road, but to show them that, hey, yeah, even though I showed you that, let me show you something different. So every single day, my lifestyle that I live is to show, you know, especially the little brother that's here with me now, is man, there's potentials. You got endless potentials to become whoever you want to be. And that I'm forever sorry for, you know, being that bad example. So I can't really preach, I just have to show.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only way I can give back. Not to just my little brothers, but some of my little homies who I've influenced along the way. I just have to show. Because talk is not going to do nothing.
No.
You know, so I think I've came a long way to be where I'm at today. But it's a choice every day.
Correct.
To choose the harder right than the easier wrongs and everything. You know, coming from Bear 2, getting thrown back into my old identity, slap me in the face and be like, well, welcome back. Here it is.
Yep.
Right? There's that carrot. It's like, man. So being able to face my old identity and be like, I'm good. This is me. And this is who I'm comfortable being. These are my boundaries. And ain't nobody gonna cross those boundaries. You know, and that goes with family too, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, my little brother knows these are my boundaries. This is who I'm at today. So leave me be, you know, with my boundaries that I have set for them. But it's just being a shining example every single day for those men over there in Bear 4. It's been a great little, you know, few weeks spending time with them and learning. But it's a growth, man. Every single day it's growth.
Yeah.
Valuable growth.
Big time.
You know, and
Well, you're doing your time the right way.
yeah, I'm surprised at my current situation. I truly am surprised that I went over there and instead of crashing, I know my vision.
You're the Sherpa.
And I cannot let anything take me off that.
There you go.
You know, nothing at all. You know, and I don't have kids like these guys, but I got nieces and nephews.
Sure.
You know, even my sister's kids, she passed away and I have her kids, and that's the goal.
Good.
Just to make magic with them, right?
It's the truth.
That's what you said.
Yes.
Make magic.
And magic, man.
And that magic starts from here. It doesn't have to start when I get out. It starts right now.
Yes.
You know, and it's just living that lifestyle right now so that when you get out, it's just flows with you.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just who you are. It's your identity, whether you're on this side or that side.
And I think with, you know, C1 getting out, he's lived this certain lifestyle.
Yeah.
He ain't got to worry about getting out and be like, oh, I got to do this now. No, it's
who he is.
It's there, you know, and I hope that the rest of the men here in the prison can see the examples that we have set for them, and let's run with it, man. You know, because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna change you but you.
Yeah.
You know, and we just have a great team, a great community here at the Utah State Prison, and that's staff and offenders.
Let's run with it.
I think together, yeah, there's nothing.
Sky's the limit.
We can stop, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Step one.
Step one. I mean, look at here, we're sitting here with you. And then you got Johnson back there who just came in. But
Can you just let me review this? I'll let you know what you guys know. You're probably only gonna get a minute and a half.
But it's good officers like that right there.
Totally.
You have good officers like that who are, man, every day trying to help us, every day trying to help us be better, be better, be better.
Yeah.
And they're showing.
Right.
So we just gotta stay on the same wavelength and, man, get out of here and be better.
And you will.
Yes, sir.
Proud of you.